Good morning, everybody. Well, I went home and had a great night rest in my own bed and was able to shower and do laundry. And then my wife brought me right back to Hot Springs and we are off and running. Another pretty day. Supposed to get up to 71 today, but they're calling for 55 mile an hour gust winds on top of the mountain. So it's gonna be pretty windy up there, I guess. Anyway, yeah, we're getting out of Hot Springs and on a 5-day trek to Erwin, Tennessee. All right, talk to you later. I've always been fascinated by rivers, like where they start, their headwaters, and where they flow into, and you know where they end up. And the French Broad River that runs here at Hot Springs, and we cross the river on the trail, is a very interesting river. Number one, it's one of the few rivers in the United States, or even in North America, that actually flows north. It flows west and north from Asheville over here to Hot Springs, eventually empties into the Tennessee River and goes on to the Ohio River and then the Mississippi, all the way back down to the Gulf of Mexico. So it doesn't go to the Atlantic Ocean, as you might think, way over here in the east. The second interesting thing about it is that it is used to be called the Broad River in the eastern part of the U.S., but when the French owned this territory west of here, they called it the French Broad River because it was owned by the French. But eventually, they just called the whole thing the French Broad River, which is how it got its name. But the most interesting thing about the river is considered to be the third oldest river in the world. Yes, the world. It's actually older than the mountains that it passes through. It's projected to be between 260 and 325 million years old. And the crazy thing about it is that it is practically devoid of any fossils in the rocks and in the shale below it. And that's because it was here before living creatures were. So, yeah, the French Broad River, quite the river. Hey y'all. So another end of the day here on the Appalachian Trail. I'm staying here at the shelter. Did about 11 and a half miles out of Hot Springs. As usual, when you go into town, there's always the first thing you have to take a mountain back out of that town usually, because the towns usually sit down at the bottom, you know, of the mountain. And nice thing today though was that at the 6 mile marker there was some people doing trail magic, which I put in the video. Really nice. They had hiked some of the trail last year, so that was nice to get a Mountain Dew and some yogurt and crackers and granola bars. And then I had to do another big uphill climb later in the day to make it here to the shelter. Supposed to start raining tonight and rain all day tomorrow is what they're calling for. And the winds tonight are anywhere from 50 to 55 mile an hour wind. So yeah, we're all kind of hunkered down. It's not supposed to be that cold. I think the low is only like 50 or something like that, but the wind's gonna be howling. And then tomorrow, make it to the next shelter. Should be at Jerry's cabin shelter, I think, tomorrow, around, it's about 16 miles away. And but again, rain all day, so we'll have to see how that goes. But good day, and the warmest day by far. I think it got up to 71 degrees today, so I actually had on a short sleeve shirt and was able to get some good video and pics of different things. But thanks again for watching. Another day comes to the end, and I'll see you tomorrow, rain or shine. Good night, y'all. Bye-bye.